Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kevin here. And today we're actually gonna be talking about some seeds. You know, a lot of people are interested in how to grow Anthurium and Philodendron from seed because, you know, it's kind of magical to see a plant just grow up from a seed, you know, basically out of nothing, have that plant since its birth, basically. And for that demonstration today, I have these two Anthurium pendants, berries, and fluorescences that I need to extract the seed from and then put it in appropriate substrate, which is what these little greenhouses are for. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's talk about these. So Anthurium pendants, I'll put a picture in right here, is, you know, one of the strap leaf Anthurium. I think they're so pretty and I love growing mine. And I was blessed with these two inflorescences and I'm so excited because this is the first time that I'm getting berries from my pendants and I'm just super excited to finally have some seeds. So I usually grow a lot of Anthurium seeds. Currently I have a whole batch of Anthurium pentaphyllum and a whole batch of Philodendron slash Thaumatophyllum stenolobum, which I'm so excited to grow. They're already little germinating, little buds coming out, so exciting. And I thought, why don't I make it into a video? So here I am. I bought new greenhouses. I bought this cool tray for you guys so you can see. If I put it like that, you can see even better. So with these berries, you know, depending on the plant, it can take a while for the berries to be ready to be harvested and, you know, just plop out. I have had these berries chopped off now, or this whole inflorescence, for over a week, which is why most of the berries are dried out already, because I was waiting, you know, to film for you guys. So usually they're a lot more juicy. I mean, some of them are still juicy, so you can see my little close-up here. But most of them are already dried, so we'll see how the seeds from the dry pods will do. Now, if you're lucky, the berries will contain more than one seed, but usually each little berry thing, little tiny berry, contains one seed. As you can see, there's a lot of berries on these inflorescences, so I'm gonna have a lot of seeds, which is why I bought two greenhouses. But yeah, let's just get started. So here's gonna be a close-up of how I extracted the berry from how I extracted the seed from the berry. And I'm just gonna do that for all of these, and then I will be right back. So, after 8 hours of me meticulously picking out seeds and then getting so frustrated that it's taking so long that I just threw half of them in here, we're back, hey! So, I separated half of the seeds by hand, and now they're in this little cup. You know, I separated from the berry, and yes, the berries that were juicy were so much easier to harvest, to get the seed out. The dried ones, I swear, they were just so stuck together. I had to get tweezers and just like pull them apart. It took me like 5 minutes. So I just got really upset. And then I just threw half of them in here on this paper towel. I'll put a close-up in right here. You can see some of the seeds. So the reason I put these on a paper towel and not on the sphagnum moss is because since the berry flesh is still attached, it's gonna mold. And if you put moldy stuff on sphagnum moss, the mold is just gonna spread and go everywhere. And I found that when I do get lazy and I don't wanna clean my seeds, putting them on paper towels, leaving them out in the open underneath a grow light, so not in a humidity dome, actually still produces viable plants. Now, it does take longer compared to the seeds that grow in little humidity greenhouses. But it's like a trade-off between putting in work and getting more out of it versus putting in less work because you're lazy and getting less plants, but still some plants better than throwing them out, you know? So this is my lazy man's. So this is my lazy man's alternative. If you guys want to try, you know, let's put this away over here. Open up the greenhouse. Just put this away. Okay. So I put all the seeds in my little cup. Don't drink it. Just to soak a little, since they were kind of dry from waiting for stream this whole time. So yeah. Speaking of the little greenhouses, so I actually use the ones that have like the bottom part with holes and a separate tray, because I have the other ones too, but I'm actually gonna switch out all of them for these, because the ones with a closed bottom, even though they retain more moisture, obviously, I like sometimes just completely washing out my seeds and doing that with trays that are closed at the bottom. You know, it gets waterlogged a lot, you know, even if you let it like hang out to the side and let the water drip off, the sphagnum still collects a lot of water. And I found out this way it's just much easier to control how much water stays in the tray, obviously. So I just like these a lot more. It's a lot more control over the water level. And if you guys want to get into growing your own seeds, I would really recommend these from Elho. Not sponsored. Please sponsor me. They're amazing. They only cost a few bucks more than the regular version, and I love them so much. They're also really good looking. I mean, look at this black sleek design. They also have it in like lime green, and then the little tops, you know, fit perfectly on them. And then you can twist the top to let air flow in or not. I just like it a lot. Anyway, so let's start preparing this for our seeds. I got my fresh sphagnum moss here. And I'm just gonna start putting in some sphagnum moss. Now, don't pack it. You want it to be light. You want the seeds to fall into little crevices. Just really find a cozy, homey place to put down their roots. If it's packed, the seeds are gonna have a harder time growing their roots in it. It's gonna have less air circulation around the roots. It's just much better if you leave it light and fluffy. Also, if you're wondering how much sphagnum moss do I have to put in this, I don't like filling the sphagnum moss all the way up to the brim, because I feel like it captures less humidity that way, since the plants are growing at the same level of where the lid is. And if you have it lower, the humidity can settle at the bottom and not escape as much. So I feel like, I don't know, I might be wrong. That's just my explanation for it. That's just how I do it. If you do it differently and it works, it probably works, you know, if you just want to do it how I do it. Oh, let's finish putting all the sphagnum moss out of here. Now, you can also do it the other way, where you put little plastic pots and separate the seeds. I don't like doing that because that's a lot more work. I just like throwing my seeds everywhere and just having it grow. Oh, I'm gonna pour off the excess water. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, I'm gonna pour the seeds in my hand. Okay, I didn't get all of them out. But now I just take them, I just take a little pinch and I start rubbing them all over the sphagnum moss, you know. Just however I feel, just rub it. Take the seeds, put some over here, put some over there. And if you do get seeds stuck on your hand that you can't get rid of, just wash your hands over the tray, and all the seeds will get washed right onto the sphagnum moss. So let's collect the rest of them. Let's see, put some over here, put some over here. Doop, 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 doop. So again, this is just my method of doing it. You can do it much more meticulous and orderly than I am. I am more of a chaotic person, so I just like to throw things around and hope for the best. Hello? Do you want to help me? Well, it's too late now. I already did most of the work. You were just trying to get some limelight, aren't you? Okay. Doesn't even acknowledge me talking to her. Typical. Okay. So now all of my seeds are placed on top of the sphagnum moss, placed very loosely. And I'm actually not gonna water it anymore. The sphagnum moss was already damp because it sits here damp, and the seeds had a little time to soak. So I'm just gonna close it up, put it underneath my grow lamp for 1 to 2 days, and then I will do my second watering where I just douse the whole thing in water and watch it grow. I also don't use a heat mat. The first time I was growing seeds, it was with Anthurium Seeds, and I had one batch on a heat mat and one batch just normal without a heat mat. And the ones with the heat mat grew slower for some reason. So ever since then, I've stopped using a heat mat for my seedlings. If you use one and you find that it works for you, that's great. Maybe my apartment's just too warm, but I don't use it. That's just, again, my method of doing stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want a follow-up video, or if you have any ideas of future videos of stuff you want to see. I'm happy to do everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Don't drink it.